be inconvenienced because you don't know how to take a cold shower like the rest of us. I mean, of all people, Ava Vitale.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I'll be talking more in depth about today's episode of Days of Our Lives, August 29, 2024. So we see in the first scene where Dr. Green is on the phone with Abigail, and Abigail is like, Chad bought the whole idea about me asking you for directions, so he really doesn't know nothing that we have going on. So he's like, it better be, because, the last thing we need is him knowing our plans. We don't want to get in trouble and all that. So his sister, forget it, Felicity, right? She comes up and she's like, what plans are you talking about? So he gets off the phone with Abigail and begins to tell her he tries to make up a story about their brother Aaron getting in trouble for actually, going to a cross camp instead of Tate, making up this whole story. So, I'm not going to hold you on this scene. They begin to start talking about just being honest with each other, even though he's hiding something from her. And, she begins to talk about their parents, because, Dr. Green is really like a parent figure for the both of them. So, it's a lot on his shoulders. And, she begins to say that she missed her parents and, that they died in an accident. So Mark had to be in charge of all of them. So he's like, yeah, I really miss them too. But I'm just feeling, I have a hunch that, I believe that he actually has something to do with his parents, dying in an accident. Like, he just really seems shady all of a sudden. So we go on to Gabby and Stefan, and here we go again with them and their drama. So Gabby is there with some black duct tape, taping off half of the house for herself and half for Stefan. And I'm saying, look at you guys. There's other people that live in the mansion. Like, what does Gabby think she's doing? Like, she really don't have no right to be doing all that. So she's like, she don't really want to have nothing to do with him, and she's gonna take him for all he's got. And he's like, listen, I know you're not gonna forgive me today, but I hope you will forgive me eventually in time. And she's like, no, God answers, God listens to all prayers, but he's not gonna answer every last one of them. So she's like, listen, I'm gonna take you for all you got, right? So she goes ahead and with this tape, going to tape off the rest of the place. I'm like, really, this is just so petty and unnecessary. So we see Kristen, and she just got the notification that Brady turned himself in, and she's like, listen, Brady, like, I set up the plan for you to run, and this is what you do. You're really like a sap, I can't believe, I am loyal to you and all of this. So Ava overhears, and she's like, another plan fell through, like how you backstabbed me. So she's like, Ava, this is really not personal, it's business. I couldn't afford for Gabby Sheik to leave. Like, a lot is riding on it, with me as a CEO. So it really was personal. I'm really sorry about that. So Ava doesn't buy it. Ava just, doesn't want to hear it, right? Because she really thought that Kristen was a friend to her, and she's like, listen, we wouldn't be in this predicament if you didn't sleep with my brother, and if you didn't blab out that secret in the business room. Like, if you did just keep quiet, we wouldn't be in this mess right now. So you need to take some accountability for yourself. And I agree, like, she needs to take some responsibility for it. Anyways, she's wondering where Melinda is, because she really wants to talk some business with her, and she's not getting a hold of her. She tries sending her a message, and as we know, Melinda is tied up at Connie's place. So Ava remembered something about Melinda telling her about firing Connie and all that. So she was about to blurt out the secret, but then she's like, what, I don't really work for this business, this company anymore, so I don't need to tell you anything. So Kristen is like, really, Ava, we're gonna play this, like, stop playing around. So she's like, nah, I'm not gonna do this. So she, Kristen just walks out, and Ava's there, like, smiling with this wine in her hands. And I'm like, really, Ava, this could have potentially helped to save Melinda, because she's in danger right now, but you want to be petty and childish. Come on. So speaking of Melinda, she is tied up, the cutout version of Lee's in the room watching her, and Connie comes in there with a bowl of soup, right? So she's like, I believe you're hungry. Would you like some? So, I can't really eat. My hands are tied, and either way, I don't want none of your drug laced poison and stuff again. So she's like, okay, suit yourself, and she is like, why am I even here? Why am I tied up? So she's like, listen, you, Gabby, and Stefan are the reason why Lee is not here. She's not taking responsibility for herself. She's just saying, oh, if it wasn't for you, Lee would have seen me. So she's like, how delusional can you be? Like, how psychotic can you be? So she's like, I'd watch it if I were you. If it wasn't for Lee, like, you would have been dead right now. Like, Lee's the one that made me save you, and tie you up. So anyways, she texts back Kristen as well, an excuse for why Melinda's not showing up. And I think the text message was saying that she needs some bed rest. And then Melinda and Kristen is like, she was saying that to Ava earlier, like, how could she need bed rest? Like, I just hired her, she's competent. I don't understand this. So Connie texts back Kristen and said, she can't work with her because of what Kristen did to Melinda's daughter and all of that. So, she told her to just shove the job, right? So Kristen is just surprised because she thought that, they move past the differences and they can work together and all that. So she's just really surprised, at this point. So Connie went about to go do some business and leave calm Melinda there tied up. She tried to scream for help, but of course the place is soundproof, so she's just there. And she at some point she tried to wriggle her way out of one of the ropes that she was tied to, but I don't think she's gonna get far. So we go over here to Chad, and Chad is on the phone, trying to get through to Abigail, and said, like, I'm here to just stop to check in the kids. I'll be over there in a minute. So little Thomas, as usual, intruding, and he's saying, who are you talking to? And I'm like, little boy, shouldn't ask your parents who they're talking to. None of your business. But anyways, he's like, what you doing down here? So he's like, I just, needed a refill of water. So he's like, I just overheard that you were going away, you're not staying here. So he's like, he tried to bypass it, but then he's like, Dad, I'm 9, like, I'm not Charlotte, I'm able to listen more. So he's like, okay. I thought he was gonna tell him about Abigail, but he made up something about seeing a friend in need and just being there for her. And her being at the Demare mansion is a lot more suitable than being there where it's smaller. So he just needs to be there for, especially with his uncles around, right? So anyways, he's like, is she your girlfriend? And he's like, no, I just need to be there for her, right? So he bought the story, and that was that. So we see Connie head over to the Demare mansion, and Gabby's there, right? So she's like, I didn't expect you here, I thought you were sick. So she's like, she's getting over fake illness and she'll be there tomorrow. So she just wanted a reminder of the meeting that she had, and Gabby's like, I almost forgot. I've just been busy, because I'm about to take Stefan for all he's got for what he did to me. So she's like, Connie's like egging on and like, yeah, you deserve to. Like, what he did was, messed up and stuff. And I think you need to sleep with somebody just for payback. So Gabby is thinking about it, and I don't know how Gabby can be this weak and just able to bend so easily, because Connie just plant a seed and she just go with it. So anyways, that's that with them, because they're about to try to take whatever Stefan has, right? So in the other room, Stefan and EJ are there, and EJ is like, what is your wife up to? Like, she don't understand that there's other people here. Why we have to put up with your drama? Like, this house is half mine. Like, I don't sign up for this. Like, Stefan is like, this is all your fault. Like, if you didn't egg on Gabby and come up with your antics, like, she would have been gone, even though I don't want her gone. But you kept talking and she just decided to stay here, and now she's gonna take me for everything that I got. So he's like, I don't really feel sorry for you. Like, listen, we're not gonna inconvenience because you couldn't just choose to do a cold show instead of being with Ava, like, of all persons. So I thought that was really the funniest moment of the show today. EJ always has these one-liners. But anyways, he's like, I really don't care. I'm gonna sit front row with my popcorn and watch your demise, because I might not really be a fan of Gabby, but listen, an enemy of Ava is a friend of mine, and I am Team Gabby. I am BFF with Gabby right now. And listen, Stefan is like, I thought we could have been brothers at some point and that the war would be stopped. And he's like, listen, you guys already messed up with me and with everything with Nicole, and then the whole taking the business from me. So yeah, I don't care anymore. So Gabby overheard the part where EJ said that, you know, he would be team BFF with Gabby, and you know, he would be a friend to Gabby. So she's just, I think she's thinking of, okay, I wonder if I sleep with EJ, you know, how Stefan would feel. I'm like, all of this is just really messed up. So Gabby still was going around the place earlier with the black tape, you know, partitioning off her what is hers, you know, all this madness. So she did go into Abigail's room, and you know, they introduced themselves, and she begins to talk to Abigail about, you know, the past history with her, you know, her posing as Gabby, the whole DID thing, and you know, her affair with Stefan. And she was like, she's sorry about that. She's like, no, don't be sorry, you weren't in your right mind, and this was way before we got together, so I don't have no problem with you anymore, right? And she's like, you know, maybe I could use this for my advantage, you know, maybe because Stefan was in his right mind when he was with you when you're mentally ill, and maybe I could use it in my divorce proceedings. So she did tell him that Stefan did cheat on her, and you know, she's just out for revenge and all that. So Abigail is like, listen, like, I mean, we can be frenemies at this point, you know. I don't have nothing to lose. I don't really have much allies. I don't remember them. And you know, Gabby's like, I don't really have any allies, so you know, let's do this, right? So we see Ava coming out to the pub, and Connie's there, and Connie's like, well, look at the homework coming out. And she's like, listen to me, like, this was none of your business to like divulge. And she's like, you know, Gabby's my boss, and she deserved to know of your skankish ways. So she's like, listen, if it was back in the day, in my mob days, like, you wouldn't make it to your sentence. So anyway, she's like, and now you are not employed. So she's like, you know, there's a lot of loyalty coming from somebody who just got unemployed themselves too. And she's like, I'm still employed. So she's like, the last time I heard, Melinda was coming over to your place to give you the boot. So anyways, we go on to the next scene. So we see Chad and Abigail, right? So Chad comes over, and she's like, it took you long enough, you were tucking in the kids. And he's like, not really, like, I just spoke with Thomas, and I feel bad that I had to lie to him about, you know, you being alive and all that. So she's like, you know, we agreed that we wouldn't tell them that I was alive. I have a new face, and it just would be too much on them. So he's like, again, for the 10,000th time, I don't want to pressure you, but again, Chad, you're pressuring her. But you know, I don't know how long I can keep this up, you know. So she's like, you know, we just can't go through with it. So anyways, he makes his plea, and she eventually you know, comes up with the suggestion that, okay, maybe we should just move out. So that was it, guys. You know, just waiting for Melinda to come out and all that, because I'm tired of this Connie storyline and Gabby. I don't know, but that is it, guys. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow for an all new recap. Bye.